Welcome to Sailing Frida Wisby. In our last episode, our goal was to get to Villanova to see the AC40 competition. In this episode, we will sail 175 nautical miles. First, we sail to the Mecca of the America's Cup, Barcelona, and then we sail straight into the mighty lion of the Mediterranean Sea, because we want to meet up with our friends. But as usual, Mother Nature spices our lives with a few challenges and a lot of beauty. Looks like it can be a little bit more exciting to go into the marina here. And fantastic sailing. This is the way we like it. Stunning sunsets before it's finally time for us to hoist the French flag. But first, a short summary of our story so far. Our story began in Yarmouth on Isle of Wight, where we bought a Woki 47 pilot saloon. We named her Frida, and Wisby is her home port on Gotland. We are a middle-aged couple that left our business lives to go sailing. We have sailed more than 7,000 nautical miles along the Atlantic coast of Europe, out to the Azores and into the Mediterranean Sea. We will show you our sailing, the boat works we do, and the destinations we see. Experience wildlife, historic sites and local cultures together with us. We are not sponsored by anyone, so it helps us a lot if you become a subscriber. A thumbs up or a comment makes us really happy. Big thank you to all of you that watch our videos. We are Anders and Gitte, and this is our cat Litza. Today we start in Port Segur, a little south of Barcelona. As we took off the lines, we felt a little extra excited because today we are sailing to the Olympic port in Barcelona. Now we are leaving Port Segur after just one night. We had a comfortable night here. I think it's actually a waiting pontoon that they left us on, but it was good. And now we go towards Barcelona. Now we are leaving Port Segur, and it was a short but nice stopover. We probably thought that Roda de Barra was more cozy, but it was a safe and secure stopover. And this is a bit focused because it's trying to turn around, and it's quite narrow here. That was perfect. Okay, bye-bye Port Segur. We are sailing slowly gliding, only with the Genoa along the coast here, Costa Dorada. So we're actually on our way back to Villanova now, but we are going to pass it and continue up to Barcelona, to the Olympic Marina in Barcelona. There is Villanova Marina, where the competition was. So actually we are crossing the track where they were racing yesterday. Lunch with a view again. This is so great. We have just passed Villanova. Now it's a new coastline. It's blowing about 15-16 knots, and we are cruising along in about 5 knots. But as we got closer and got a better view of the Barcelona skyline, the wind started to increase.
We have a booking for 2 days and we are just arriving. We are like half a nautical mile outside of the harbour. Over.
That's where the flag is huge. Looks like it can be a little bit more exciting to go into the marina here in Port Olympic than we wanted it to be, because the wind increased to 23 to 25 knots. It's supposed to be between 8 and 13. But of course, as soon as you're going to enter the harbor, the wind increases. And we are going into the marina downwind, which means that we will come in fast and we don't know where we are going. But hopefully it will go all right. We are going to tie up first to some kind of waiting pontoon, and then it's mid-mooring, so we will have to do the mooring twice. I hate it. I really hate it. It's not a good idea for the sailors to have that you go to this extra pontoon to register at the offices, and completely unnecessary. I don't understand it. Let's just say that it was 25 knots. Well, for obvious reasons, I didn't have time to film when we went into the harbor. We were allowed to stay here until the wind calmed down later in the afternoon. So we had time to eat some snacks and relax. The next day we had planned to be sightseeing day. We went to the Gaudi Park, but we didn't know that we should have bought tickets in advance. So we went back to downtown Barcelona.
Magic och New Zealand och så vidare, deras europeiska bas.
I don't know if Anders has planned it this way all along. Let's go and see what we can see. Looks like he's pointing at the American sky. This is a marina that we thought was a bit too expensive. We also thought it was a bit annoying that you have to go through this bridge. Are you happy this is not our marina?
Yeah.
Yeah. After we had looked around for a little while, it was time for us to go back to the boat, because we have boat work to do.
We like a longer hose.
Yeah.
Because the longer this hose is, the more it can flex.
Yeah.
And when it can flex, it's not going to because we're still going to use this thing to connect to the pump.
Theory is longer hoses, less stretch on the connections, and therefore less risk of leakage.
This boat is so easy to work with. That's why we ask you to help us.
We are trying to make a plan for how to get from here in Barcelona to Marseille in France, where we have friends from Sweden that are coming down. So we hope to see if we can meet up somewhere.
What are you doing, Litza?
Are we tied up correctly? Everything is okay? Yeah, that ramp looks a little dangerous. Early the next morning we are on the go again. This time only a short time to a town called Blanes. As soon as we have dropped the mooring lines and maneuver out of the berth, I start to take the fenders, because I know it's much easier to do it while we're still in the marina. Morning! We are leaving Barcelona at dawn today, because they have promised quite a lot of wind this afternoon, so despite we are not going that far, about 30 nautical miles, we decided to leave early. An early start usually also means motoring a little bit before the wind fills in. Look at the color at the water. But on the other hand, you get to enjoy the beautiful colors as the sun rises. Beautiful morning. There is currently very little wind, but the wind is supposed to increase in about an hour or two, and then it will continue increasing the whole day. So after lunch it will be gale force wind, so that's why we hope that we will manage to do those 30 nautical miles to Blanes or Blanes, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, before lunch. So we hope to be there before 12. Isn't it just mesmerizing to watch the sun like this? I almost get into a meditative state just by watching the waves. Another benefit of the early start is that the sea stage is quite comfortable. Bye bye Barcelona! The fun thing is that the pink you see on our plotter is actually the radar echo of the coastline. Blanes.
This is an early entry, just after 12.
Yeah.
No, just before 12. 5 to 12. But we started early.
Yes, we did. So actually we arrived right according to plan. Just as many Spanish marina, this marina has an S-shaped entry that make it very secure and with very little swell inside. In Blanes. Over there is the beach, and a small town. It's actually not that small, and a few restaurants. I think there is a store as well. And the marina. As this is only going to be a one-night stop, we decided to go up and have a look at the town. Look at those cute benches. There are 4 of them, all in a circle like this, with relief motifs. We are in Club Vela de Blanes, and we are going to look a little bit on the town because we are departing early tomorrow morning. Just show me. And there is a lovely beach here, and I saw on the map that there is this walking area along the beach, which I thought was very nice.
Ready to our boat?
Yeah, shortcut. Look at the stage. Yeah, it's a bit quiet.
Yeah.
They could play a little louder. Here you can see the S shape that I talked about earlier. In the park there were a lot of modern sculptures, and of course I had to pose with the giant ant. And here are lots of restaurants. In case you need a car, you can buy one here on the beach promenade. Well, since we don't know where to put a car on the boat, we settled for a beer. Look! There's flower in the palm tree. I have never seen that before. A playground very close to the marina. Yes, there's a little tip if you sail the area with children. After that little walk, we look forward to spend the rest of the day on our Frida. I can hear we have an angry cat. We have been away too long. Just as we were about to leave, Anders started to talk about Gotland with our neighbor.
You have been only in this
We
deal.
are ready to leave Blanes. Quite nice place. We have only been here one night, so we haven't had a lot of time to do some exploration. Now we are ready to cast the lines. It's 20 nautical miles from Blanes to Palamos. Bye bye, Blanes. Sound of silence. We have just turned off the motor. It's going to be some tacking. We have the wind against us, but nice to do some sailing. We have done quite a lot of motor sailing lately, so this is the way we like it. Well, Anders prefer downwind, but I actually don't have so much against.
If you have time, it's no problem to tack a little, but
yeah,
you shouldn't be under time pressure when doing it.
no, and also it helps that the water is almost flat. There is very little swell today, so that makes that even though we are tacking, it's quite comfortable in the boat. Looking good?
It's fine.
No big obstacles?
7 knots of wind straight in the nose.
And
we have only
fast?
20 nautical miles to go, so we are not in a hurry. And it's like 7 hours before it gets dark. So
how fast do we go?
for the moment, 3 knots.
Nice and comfortable. Yesterday we hand steered due to that autopilot didn't really could cope with the swell that we had. But today I think Anders is hand steering just because he thinks it's fun.
Vi får ta och slå.
I think that sailing like this is fantastic, despite we were going against the wind. We had a great calm day at the water, tacking back and forth towards the coast, but then suddenly this tourist boat came up from behind, and I think we was the attraction. Our plotter is located under the table, but luckily we have 2 steady reaches to hold on to. Because even at this calm day, we sometimes were healing quite a lot. Those of you that have followed us for a long time knows that there is one thing that must not happen at Frida Wisby, and that is that we are out of coffee. And it's already past coffee time, so I better make a new can. And when we are healing, it's a little bit more challenging to make coffee on a moving boat. This is my little hack, little kitchen hack for boiling water while we are healing. Getting worse. At least the sea state is pretty stable, there is no big waves, so I think this would go fine. But here you can see that we are healing about 7 degrees. Today we are making coffee at sea because I actually forgot to do it beforehand, but it's not that wavy, so it's no problem, but since we are tacking, we are healing a little bit. When we make coffee, we use a French press. When we are healing, I either use our gimbal stove or put it in the sink while I pour over the hot water. As you can see, this time I used the stove for the French press. And I squeezed the thermos in the sink to keep it stable while I was pouring the coffee from the French press to the thermos. Pouring hot liquids like this while you are on the way is actually one of the bigger safety risks. You can get some really nasty burns.
Coffee is ready.
Now the captain is satisfied.
It really is a beautiful coastline here. Really enjoying it. You are going to utilize.
Okay, good. We are about half an hour outside of the harbor, so we call again when we get closer. Thank you.
We are now prepared to go into Club Out to Costa Brava. We have put all our fenders. We still have the Yano out, but we have started the motor. And we have about 1 nautical mile left. It's been a really pleasant sail, I would say, despite we have been tacking upwind. Going into Palamos.
That sounds terrific. Thank you.
It's mid-morning and I'm now putting on the mooring lines.
Well, welcome to Palamos. New city.
But we are not going to do a lot of exploration here. It's more like, well, ordinary boat and household tasks that we will do the 2 days that we are here.
Get a view over the harbor here in Palamos, and there's actually several marinas.
This is Palamos City. Restaurants are preparing for lunch.
It's quite cozy here.
Weather is perfect. It's not super hot anymore. It's like 24 degrees.
Pretty cozy city.
Yeah.
Over there is the beach and it continues all the way around the bay. And it's possible to anchor here, but we thought it was going to be bad weather, so that's why we booked the marina. But it looks like we would have been pretty fine out there.
So next time when we choose to anchor, it will be bad weather. We could have gone into a marina.
That's probably true.
After spending a whole day with more or less boring boat tasks, we rewarded ourselves with a walk and a beer.
Making ready for departure. I have just been up in the city, bought some eggs and last minute groceries, and this is filling water.
Bye bye, Palamos. It was a nice day over. Now we're going up the Roses. It is taking us there.
It's the first day.
We were beating against the old waves from the weather the day before while we continued north. And just as the waves, also the landscape became a bit rougher, but equally beautiful.
There is anchorage. There's actually two. There is buoys as well.
It can be a bit difficult to find a spot where there is no Macedonia. I wonder what that is. It's huge. almost at the anchorage.
So, Captain, what do you think about our anchorage?
This one is okay. Anchorage, we had to have a buoy. They had peppered it with buoys, so it was no chance to find a place to put an anchor down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay.
I have already taken a swim, and I can say it's a difference between 28 and 22 degrees in the water.
If you enjoy our content and want to come along with us here on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything.
Så, har vi det fixat.
Alice has just made a reservation for the next couple of marinas that we are going to. Looks like I have a little helper for the grilling tonight. Litza, I think you will help me with the meat. Huh? Beautiful surroundings for my barbecue. Looking delicious. Close. Keep the heat. Feeding the fish.
Races for you as we look forward to race number 5, which is coming up, and what a performance as Emirates GBR2, what they need to do to back up what they did on day number 1 with a second.
See the difference between a monohull gear and a catamaran. In this case, a motor catamaran, with even without a mast. And they swing totally different. We have noticed that the autopilot is well, not steering as good as it usually does. I couldn't cope up with the waves the other day, and the last time we had this similar kind of problems, it was that the hydraulic oil for the autopilot had somehow leaked or drained out.
It's not that as bad as it was now before, but when I have it open, I'll refill it a little anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Good morning. We have just woken up here at the mooring wall. It's been a nice night. We have slept well. There was a little bit of swell in the evening just when we went to bed, but either I fall asleep or it disappeared. I don't know, but I didn't notice it the rest of the night. It's a beautiful place. Amazing and very, very quiet. And we feel that this is a very suitable and calming way for us to leave Spain. Because today we are going to France. Bye-bye, Cala de la Pelosa. It was nice and calm here. but a little bit annoying that they have and the anchor alarm.
It works.
It works every single time we motor away with the boat. Where was I? Well, I was about to say was that it's a little bit annoying that they have covered the entire anchorable area with mooring buoys. So there is no space left. Regarding the autopilot, it's going to be a little bit exciting to see if it's better, because I just did a brave little work yesterday that he was filling up with some oil. It was, well, challenging.
Now we are going to leave Spain and going to Port Gruissan in France. When we have docked in Port Gruissan, we have sailed the 175 nautical miles covered in this episode. After that, we look forward to sail the French Mediterranean coast.
Bird visiting us. And now, and for Håkan, we do this for you. It would be fun. Hey, let's see if you will get some fish. What's good? It's a seafood salad. And here comes the Spanish flag down. Preview. And the flags go up. And very calm at Devon Rex.
But when it roars its Mistral, you can feel it all over the western Mediterranean Sea. But today the Lion is calm as a kitten and we can enjoy our sail across the bay.
Nope, not this time.
At the entrance of Port Gruissan, you have to navigate quite carefully because it's very shallow, and we also saw a diver swimming straight across the entrance.
Ja, det är någon som dyker. En dykflack.
Ah! Strange place.
Yeah.
Dive. Now somebody's coming in with speed. Extremely well protected. Wow. So pretty. Really, really pretty spot. And very well protected because there is land on the other side here. So it's not open. It's a big marina. We are just outside the capital here.
In the next episode, we continue sailing the Lion Bay, Gulf de Lyon. We meet up with our friends at exotic places, enjoy the French culture. He gets on a horseback ride on the special Camagüey horses. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like.